the insurance and the taxes. I mean, if you're good with your finances, you probably don't need to escrow them. But could you
Right.
talk a little bit? What is escrow?
Escrow is your escrow account is an account that your lender has you pay into monthly if you brought 20%, less than 20% to closing. And that, and you know, that varies from lender to lender. So there's some lenders where you can put 10% down and you can pay your taxes and insurance separately to your insurance agent and to the county. But there's other lenders where, you know, you need more of a down payment to waive their obligation of collecting extra money every month for on your behalf to pay your taxes and insurance. So if someone says, you know, you're going to need an escrow account, and again, if you're putting 3% or 5% down, you know, almost always your lender is going to charge you whatever you're being charged for the financing, which again is your interest rate for your loan amount. But they're going to also charge you an additional 1/12, okay, because there's 12 months in a year, of your insurance premium amount annually and your taxes. So if you have a $12,000 tax bill annually, you're going to pay an extra $1,000 every month into escrow for your taxes, as well as, you know, if you have a $1,200 insurance policy, an extra $100 a month. And the lender holds on to that, and then the lender becomes responsible for paying your taxes and paying your homeowner's insurance when that bill is due.
Okay, perfect. That's very good. Man, you've given us a lot of great info here. And,
you're asking the great questions.
Because a lot of those questions, I'm going to ask a selfish question.
Sure.
Because I like to do lease purchases, kind of rent to owns. If I give my tenant buyers rent credit, I know I can, you know, take you know, $100,000 house and say, oh well, yeah, 5,000 in rent credit, and to sell it to them for 95. And I know it depends upon the mortgage company. Do you allow them to apply that to their down payment instead, or that's a tough one?
So if it's being applied to their down payment, you can always give them a concession, or you know, but as far as giving them a down payment, really the only time to have someone who's leasing receive a down payment is, you know, there needs to be a gift letter. And what a gift letter is, you know, let's say you don't have you know, you don't have the amount that you need to put down towards a mortgage. You can get a letter that says, hey, I'm Yousif's grandma and I am going to give him $10,000. And it has to say in that gift letter that, you know, that money is a gift and it's not owed back to grandma. I don't have to pay grandma later for that money. And you know, whenever you're gifting for a down payment, you need to put in that letter that, you know, this money doesn't need to be paid back. But you know, that's actual funds that they need. As far as getting the rent credit towards the down payment, I mean, you know, again, that's a lender to lender question. And I'll, you know, I'll be honest with you, you know, I would say probably not, but you know, hey, you'd be surprised if, you know, certain company, you know, certain lenders will say, yeah, we can do that as long as you can document that rental payment has been made on time. So a lot of times they'll say, okay, you know, if this is going to get the deal done, we can do it for you, but you need to prove that these people make their payments on time to you all the time.
Right. And that's kind of how I present it to them is I just let them know that it will come off the purchase price. It'll be applied towards the purchase price, because it depends on who they go with, you know, whether or not they would allow that. And that's the other thing is I only give them the rent credit if they pay it on the first of the month or prior to the first of the month. Otherwise it doesn't count. And that because they have to be disciplined with that.